Hello everybody. Sorry about the old 4x3 bad quality camera. That's all I got. But in this video I set it up so I can show you some of the websites that I like to visit, some of the websites that I like to look at, and maybe you'll like some of them. I'm gonna explain why I like them. Just something to do, something to pass the time. So let's go to my desktop and look at some YouTube websites. I don't have cable, so prefer to watch YouTube. So I have some sites that I added here, and I'll start with this one first. This one is called Actual Hardware Overclocking, and the guy who owns this site, he goes by the name Billzoid. He's affiliated with Gamers Nexus, and he does board level modifications and board analysis. He breaks down VRMs, and he's really smart. He knows all the specs of all the components and all their model numbers and all that stuff. Like, he's really heavy into like board level components. But I mainly watch, like, not just because of the technology and what he's talking about, because I can't even understand half the stuff he's talking about. He's a really smart kid, but his rambling. So I don't know the rules of YouTube. I hope I'm not breaking any rules. I'll just show a sample of his rambling. Try to get a sample of some of the videos, not all of them, but just some of them. But like, here's a typical Billzoid. Here's one. It says, this is just his home page right here. Mobo PCB breakdown of B550 Aorus Master. By the way, I don't know if he mentions it in the video, but I mentioned in one of my videos that this B550 Aorus Master board, that's their top of the line for B550 chipsets, and it doesn't have a USB-C front connector header, which is ridiculous. You pay $280 for a motherboard that's supposed to be high-end, and it doesn't have that. So anyway, let's see what he has to say.
Hi guys, Billzoid here, and today we are going to be taking a look at the B550 Aorus Master from Gigabyte. So before we get into this, I do actually have a review sample of this.
And he likes to draw on the screen,
to the M.2 slots or
show you. He does a lot of
only way they redirect.
He does a lot of John Madden style Telestrator, and he goes over all the components, tells you what he likes about them. This guy's like a genius, and he's a madman, and he just rambles, and he's kind of like me, where he can't get his thoughts out, and it's just funny. When he does get his thoughts out, you know, it's something intelligent. When I get my thoughts out, it's something dumb. So anyway, yeah, the name of the website is it's called Actually Hardcore Overclocking, but if you do a search for Billzoid, he should come right up. And he's, like I said, he's affiliated with Gamers Nexus. He does board level analysis for them. Steve from Gamers Nexus, I think, has a contract with him to do that kind of work. I think that's how they have it set up. But anyway, yeah, this is like one of the sites I like to listen to when I want to nerd out. And when the new chipsets come out, I like to hear what he thinks before I come up with my own determination on whether I think it's good or not. So, whoops, sorry about that. Let's go to the next. Whoa, what was that? That was weird. Let's go to the next website. And a lot of people know this guy. He's it's called Bitwit. He's another technology guy. He seems a little out of touch sometimes because he's got so much money that he's always looking at expensive parts and reviewing expensive parts, and he says, yeah, this is good, even though it costs like the price is so inflated for it. But he's still a good website. He's very entertaining. His wife's funny too. She's real sweet. She's funny. He calls her wifey sauce. But yeah, I mean, he's not my favorite tech tuber, but he's actually funny. And when he does Lyle, he does a character every once in a while. Some people might think it's racist, but he's Asian, I guess, and he does an Asian character every once in a while. It's really, really funny. And it's just because people are sensitive and stupid. It's no big deal. It's actually him just pretending to be his twin brother who has an accent. I don't know. It's really funny. You can check out the website. But yeah, it's a good website to watch if you like tech. Not perfect, but it's good. All right, next would be, I got these in alphabetical order, so there's no favoritism or anything like that. The next one is called Carrie Holtzman. Now this is another tech tuber. This guy actually does IT for a living and repairs people's computers and stuff. Now I watch his videos. I found his videos just because I'm an Acronis user, and he covers Acronis. He's actually had Acronis representatives on his show before, so I've watched those. So like I really wasn't looking for his kind of content, but I watch now because I found it through Acronis. And he's one of the tech people that I disagree with on a lot of things that he says. I mean, but he's still a smart guy. He kind of like teaches like older computer users. Like he's like teaches them the basics. Don't get me wrong, he's like very grounded in the fundamentals and he knows what he's doing. I just disagree with him on certain things that he says. And I'm just like I don't agree with that. But I don't need to agree with somebody on everything to like them. I like his he does long format like videos. He does streams that last hours, and he has some perspective on things. And I don't know, it's not a perfect website, but nobody's perfect. And yeah, I don't like I said about some of the other sites. I'm not even there for the tech all the time. It's his website is there for inside scoops on Acronis and other things that he, or like just like hear his opinion on certain hardware and software. So that's why I watch that website sometimes. The next one is Conservative Twins, another website where I don't agree with everything they say. They're kind of like really like conservative guys. I guess they're Republicans. I don't know. I don't care about political stuff like that. I don't designate myself Republican or Democrat or any of that stuff. It's stupid to me. Just every topic is different. So but some people, depending on what side of the aisle they're on, they seem to across the board. You could just by learning their political information, you could determine how they feel on every subject, and that's bad. That's bad. But these guys, they're just. I watch them not because of their political views, because of their personality. They're funny. This guy on the right is like, I don't know. It's like he's super serious. He's Keith or Kevin. I don't know which one. I think this guy on the left's Keith. The guy on the left, he would be fun to hang out with. That guy's so funny and laid back. The guy on the right, he's the Batman of the duo. He seems like he'll get angry eventually at you and choke you out. I don't know. He's a lot meaner than the guy on the left. But together, they're good. They look exactly alike. They kind of, you could say they act alike, but if you watch enough of their videos, no, it's like I said, the guy on the right is the bad cop. The guy on the left is the funny cop. So these guys are really, really funny. And yeah, they're funny. Check that website out. I'm a YouTube channel. Website, same shit. Next one. This is DJ Lady Style. She's a DJ, and man, she's so good. So yeah, I don't want to break any rules, so I'll keep this snippet really, really short. So let's see. And I'm going to put the links to all these YouTube channels in the description. So hopefully they get more viewers because they're awesome. So she just made a video 4 hours ago, and I bet you it's good. Let's get a sample. She's doing Tupac's "That's Just the Way It Is." she's really good at scratching and mixing, and she just has a good knack for feeling the music. And like, you know, I had a friend, well, I still have a friend who started off as a DJ back in the 90s. He DJ'd in New York every once in a while, and he even agreed with me that like doing house is easier than doing hip hop because the drum beats in hip hop vary more. But she does a lot of hip hop, and she does a good job, man. Watch her channel if you like hip hop and you like skills, because this lady, man, she got skills. She's really really good. So the next YouTube channel, this is called Fanboy Flicks. I don't know if I can find a picture of the guy, but here he is, right here. This guy right here. Let me see if there's a picture of him on this about page. No. Let's see if I can. That's him, yeah. So this guy, his reviews are so funny. He plays this background music in most of his videos, and he's got such a dry sense of humor. And I don't know, this guy, man, I don't laugh too easy, but this guy makes me laugh. This guy's hilarious. He has 163,000 subscribers. He should have 1 million subscribers because he's fucking hilarious. So if you like movie reviews, especially bad movie reviews, which are like the best, this guy does those. He does a lot of Neil Breen reviews. And if you don't know who Neil Breen is, just watch his channel. If you like humor, you'll like his channel. This guy's hilarious. This guy gets a big thumbs up. Just thinking about some of his videos, he's so funny. All right, so the next one is all the people who are in technology know this guy. This is Tech Jesus, or Steve Burke from Gamers Nexus. And yeah, he works with Bill Zoid, the guy from Actual Hardcore Overclocking. And he does product reviews. And one thing I like about his site, back before there was a lot of YouTube tech tubers, as they call them, like people reviewing technology and stuff, and it was like strictly websites. There were lots of websites, but some of them just seemed so shilly. They were like scared to bash a product that just came out because they want to get free review samples from the company, and then they get more content for their site. But there was one guy who ran a website called Hard OCP. His name was Kyle Bennett, and he didn't give a shit if your product was bad. Intel, AMD, Nvidia, you name it, he was gonna roast you. And I missed that. But this guy on Gamers Nexus, he reviews things in that manner. He will roast you if something's bad. Like these new Ryzen XTs that came out. Look, like, see, he's got the little text right there. It should not exist. It's a money grab, and I guess that's what he gets at in the video. But this guy's no holds barred, and he's fun to watch. And he gets his cat in some of the videos. His cat's named Snowflake. I don't care what people say, man. So when I watch certain videos, man, there's a few channels I just like to see their pet every once in a while. Carrie Holtzman has pets. Louis Rossman, who I'm going to show you later, he's got 3 cats. I like seeing people's pets. So yeah, Gamers Nexus is really really good if you want to watch hardware reviews, case review, all kinds of computer reviews, computer news, crazy overclocking, and all kinds of like scientific-y type stuff. That he goes real deep. It's a really really good website. Most people who are into technology, they watch his website. All right, let's go to the next one. We got Gear Seekers. This guy, if I'm not mistaken, this guy doesn't have that many. Let me see. Yeah, he has 82,000 subscribers, but this guy he does a lot. I've watched a few of his videos, but I get the feeling this guy, like, he's not full of himself. This guy's a lot smarter than he lets off. So he has a lot to offer. I like listening to him. He's a a really smart guy. So I know if I watch his videos more, I'm gonna learn something from him. So that's why I'm like getting into watching this guy, because he's reviewed some of the things that I've been interested in, and he goes into details about some of the things I care about, and what other people who are into technology should care about. You know, it's not all just the stuff you see on the front page at Newegg and Amazon. There's little things that matter. And this is like one of those guys who I think knows those things. So this is a good website too. I mean, YouTube channel. All right, next one. Hardware Canucks. This is Eber from Hardware Canucks. He's really laid back, cool guy, and he does the channel with a guy named Dimitri, who's really cool guy too. I guess they're typical Canadians. They're really likable. They do good reviews, and they have really polished, like the polar opposite of my YouTube content. They have like great production value. All their videos look great. All their shots look great. All their reviews are well scripted. They're both well spoken. This guy's awesome, and Dimitri's. I don't know if there's any thumb. There's Dimitri right there. And I don't know. I just like watching their channel, and they seem like they're really good friends. And it's a good channel. I like the people on it, and I like how they cover hardware on it too, and especially Dimitri's case reviews. I like the way, and he's got a lot of levity. He's pretty funny. Eber's a little straightforward, not as funny, but he's awesome too. Sorry about all the, you know I'm sick, so have some water. All right, next video, next channel is called Hardware Unboxed. These are a couple of Australian guys, and this guy's Steve from this website, and it's Steve and Tim, and Tim's well versed in all things monitors and stuff, and Steve is very heavy into benchmarking. He's like the benchmark king, man. This guy, he benchmarks the hell out of everything. So while I don't care too much about benchmarks, when benchmarks are when you see a comparison, like they do at a website called Tech Power Up, and you want to see an overall performance difference, even if it's a little vague sometimes, it's not a specific situation, you get an idea. And this is one of those channels that it's good to get an idea of a product before you delve into it all the way and get down to the nitty gritty. So this is a good channel too. There's Steve. I don't know if there's any pictures of Tim. There's Tim right there. But yeah, I like technology, so a lot of these are technology channels. I like watching these guys. Next, this is one that I don't know why I watched this. This is a guy who feeds raccoons in his backyard.
Open the door. It's 25 to 11 here right now. They've been there for about an hour and a half. You watch what happens when you open the door up. This is what's waiting for you.
That's a nightmare for me, but that's a normal night for that guy. That's what he does. He feeds he feeds raccoons. In one of his videos, while he was feeding the raccoons, I think a black bear showed up, and I guess that gave him a scare. But yeah, I don't know why I watched that channel, but I just found it not too long ago. But every once in a while, I get the urge to watch a guy have 25 raccoons all crowd around him. Makes no sense. I don't know. The next one. Now, this is another tech website where a person that I don't agree, a lot of stuff that I don't agree with him on. A lot, but he's good and stuff. But I think he's a little bit like Kyle from Bitwit, where I think he's out of touch. I think this guy's loaded with money. You can tell by he's got a car channel where he's always working on his car. He has this huge studio for his YouTube videos, and he's always doing water cooling. And he also, I think, in my opinion, he gives too many hardware companies a pass on their stuff. Sometimes he comes down on them, but not enough. I think companies like Nvidia, who rip people off, I like when people come down on them, or when it's deserved. So, you know, some people call them shills 2 cents or J's, something like that. Some play on the word shills, but yeah, his website's his channel's good, and he got a new cameraman. I don't know if it was last year, but his name's Phil. He makes the channel better. The guy's really, really funny. He seems like another person like you'd like to have as a friend. He seems really, really cool. I like, you like certain people. They got a good personality. I gravitate towards those people. So he's okay to watch. His cameraman is awesome. So he's lucky to have that guy as an employee. So to the next YouTube channel. This is Jericho Green. This guy, I don't agree with him on a lot of stuff as well, but this guy is so goddamn funny, man. He's hilarious. He should have been a stand-up comedian, but instead he speaks his mind in his car while he's going to work, or the rat race as he calls it. And I don't know, he's awesome, man. He's like one of the few people that I try to watch all his videos. Some videos I can't watch because he talks about the family dynamic, and he's usually always right about that kind of stuff, and it hurts me because I miss my son. I don't live with my son, and when he talks about family, it's hard to watch. But on most of the other things, it's really funny. Let's see if we can watch a snippet without breaking any rules.
Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Got to start by giving a big shout out to Officer Jake up there, Seattle PD.
Yeah, he just talks about his day and what he's done, how he feels about the news, and he does it in a harsh, blunt manner. He don't care. But like, one of the funniest things he ever said was somebody left a comment on one of his videos like, "Hey man, I love your videos, but you got to cut the profanity." And he's like, "Hey man, I speak the way I want to speak, and all I got to say about that comment is fuckity fuck fuck fuck." That's what he said, and I don't know. He's just funny. He won't bend for anybody, especially the government. This guy rips on the government and stuff, but where it's deserved. He's not like one of those anti-government conspiracy theorists. He just wants them to stay in their line. But this guy's real. This guy should be president. I mean, like I said, I don't agree with him on everything, but man, this guy's just so great. I love his channel. He's so funny. He's like one of my favorite YouTubers. All right, the next channel. The next channel is called James Miscellaneous. This guy is really, really stupid. He's got horrible, horrible production value. His videos have bad lighting, bad resolution, bad audio. Content is shabby at best. The only reason why I watch this channel is because it's me. So that's the only reason why I watch this channel. Some of my friends and some of my former co-workers watch it, apparently. And yeah, man, I can't wait to get those dislikes flooding in for my terrible videos. So yeah, that's my channel. And this picture was taken by my son's mom a long time ago. And I don't know, I thought it was a cool picture because they ask you to, when you create a channel, which I'm new to, you have the option to create a background picture. And I thought that looked pretty cool. You know, that's me, and that's me and my boy. The best guy ever, right there. Oh, come on, man, don't block my son's awesome face. All right, to the next channel. Now, everybody knows who Key and Peele are. Now, these guys, I don't like all the format of all their skits. Some of their skits, I think the subject matter is kind of dumb. Some of them are really, really funny. But I like these guys because I like them more than the skits. These guys are like professional actors posing as comedians. When they do their skits, irregardless of what the skit's about, both of these guys do their characters so well. Like, these guys should be they could act different parts in movies. Both of these guys are really, really awesome. And this guy right here, this is Key, right? Oh man, I'm drawing a blank right now, but he did Coach Hines on Mad TV, and he's just really, really funny, man. These guys are so cool. They're really funny, but like, I'd actually enjoy talking to them than watching their skits. They just seem like really, really interesting guys. It's like the way they could transform themselves. and the different characters. These guys are awesome. I like these guys. All right, the next channel is another tech channel. Everything's in alphabetical order, so I don't have anything grouped. This is called Kit Guru Tech. I don't watch this one that much. This guy, his name's Leo. He runs the website. I mean the channel, but he has good content and good coverage. And this guy, his name is Luke. I think it's kind of like the one guy online is Tech Tips. I can't remember his name right now, but he really makes the channel better. He's kind of a little portly. The guy on Linus Tech Tips, I can't remember his name, but Luke is the equivalent on this channel. This guy right here, he's really thorough in his reviews. He brings up the stuff that a lot of people might omit that I want to know. Like when he's like talking about a motherboard or a video card and stuff, he'll say the little things that some people might leave out. Like you ever watch a review and you're like, wait, what is it? You didn't mention anything about the so-and-so. I wanted to know about that. Damn it, that's the whole reason why I watched the video. He'll usually cover everything that matters. So yeah, this is how I stay on top of things. I don't have money to buy anything and stuff, but you know, I used to have to spec out stuff at some of my other jobs. So I need to know what's going on. So to the next website. Another person that I don't agree with everything on, but this guy's really funny to me. Some of his videos I don't like because they're stupid and they're totally wrong in my opinion, but it doesn't matter. I still like the guy. I still think he's really funny. He doesn't add a stupid laugh track when he doesn't have a live audience like Bill Maher does. I used to like Bill Maher. Bill Maher turned into he got dressed down on his own show by Ice Cube like a punk. Like Bill Maher has turned into a little whiny bitch. So, I mean, it's hard to watch Bill Maher, but this guy, what's his name? John something. John Oliver. Yeah, this guy's really funny. Regardless if you agree with the topic or not, I think he's really funny, and I like watching his channel. All right, so to the next one. All right, this is another guy who has cats that I like watching. His name's Louis Rossman. He runs a repair shop in New York City. He does board level repair primarily on Apple computers, and he hates Apple, which makes the he doesn't hate Apple for no reason. He hates Apple's anti-repair practices, how they treat consumers. Apple's really bad. Like the cost of things. Like, didn't they have a stand for a monitor that costed $1,000 or something silly like that? I think that happened, but that's Apple. But yeah, this guy does board level repairs. Like he'll reball BGA chips and all kinds of stuff that I can't do. You know, he just breaks out a soldering iron, gets a load of flux, and then he starts talking shit while he fixes MacBooks and stuff, and talks about the PPP bus and and all these other components that are common on those boards, I guess, and it's just really funny. Let's just go to a random clip and see if we can see one of his cats. There's one of them. That might be Mr. Clinton right there. So yeah, I like to watch his channel, and I love when his kitty cats make an appearance. I don't know if that's Blackberry or Mr. Clinton, but Louis Rossman is another. Well, he's like a stereotypical New Yorker. This guy tells it like it is. And I don't agree with him on everything, but I agree with him on a lot. And he's like really cool guy, and I like watching his videos. And he could teach you a lot if you watch his videos. He bashes himself a little bit, but you got to be a little critical of yourself to get better. And this guy's all about improving. So I like his website, his channel. I keep saying website. You know what I mean? It is a website. All right. Next is this guy is he's Mike Sykes. Mike Sykes. And he's one of the first YouTubers that I ever comment. He's the first YouTuber I ever commented on a video. I never commented on a YouTube video until I commented on his video, because his videos are mostly helping people. and Quest for Knowledge. And he seems like a really upbeat, good person and smart person. And it's a channel that I just found because he helped me with an issue. One of his videos helped me with an issue that I was new to. And I was like, hey, that's pretty awesome. So I commented on his video and he responded to it. And he doesn't have a lot of viewers. I mean, a lot of subscribers, but he deserves a lot of subscribers. His videos are informative. They're funny. And he just seems like a really, really awesome guy. So his name's Mike Seitz. So that's another very likable person. I'm a people person, man. It's like you come for the technology, you come for the whatever. So you either like the person there or you don't. And you know, I get a good vibe from some people. This guy seems really, really cool. Look at him, man. Look at that guy, man. He's cool. He's like, I'm gonna help you out, man. All right, next. This site's called Not an Apple Fan. And of course I'm gonna gravitate to this channel just because of the name, because it's called because it's called Not an Apple Fan. And I don't watch. He covers technology and he gives his opinion on technology. He doesn't really do reviews or anything. Like, he just talks about technology news. But the main reason why I watch this channel is because he's just an angry, rambling man. He lets it out. Like, when he gets angry at a company like AMD or Nvidia, he says all the shit that I would say that other YouTubers aren't saying. And he complains about it. Let me see if there's a snippet or a sample.
A while ago, probably 50% of the profit. Like, so that's just
Well, he's not losing his shit in that clip, but there's plenty of his other videos where he's going wild and it's hilarious. So he's fun to watch. He's new. He doesn't have a lot of subscribers either, but I don't care about big YouTubers. I care about YouTubers I like. That's it. So this one's really, really funny too. Not an Apple Fan. I hope he gets a lot of subscribers because he's funny, and I bet you he'd do a lot of useful things if he had more resources. All right. So next would be, I really, really like this guy. This guy does a stream with Bitwit all the time. They're like, that's his right-hand man. That's one of the first channels that I showed you. But I think this guy's less shilly, and I think this guy's more in touch. Like, he understands the plight of people who don't have money. He's well off. He's a big YouTuber, but he still understands value. And he's a straight shooter. He's the straight man out of that duo. He doesn't try to be funny, but he's just his natural, the way he speaks and stuff can be funny. He's really, really likable. He seems like a really, really good person. He's got a new baby girl. He's a family man. Seems like the type of person that I'd love to be friends with. This guy's really, really awesome. I really like this guy. He's really cool. Paul's Hardware. Go subscribe to Paul's Hardware if you like technology. He's awesome. All right, next. Next is Poppin' John. Now, I used to exchange emails with Poppin' John when his channel had like no subscribers. But I found him and I was like, man, this guy's so good. This guy, he's a popping dancer. And if you don't know what that is, it's a style. It's like a kind of a style of hip hop dance, but like I noticed a part in this video where he's doing some of the best slow-mo I've ever seen. Let me see if I can find that. I think it's around here. Oh yeah. Watch this. He's so good at illusion and manipulation of space, like miming kind of. He has that as part of his dance. A lot of spatial stuff, illusions and effects. Like right here, he's moving a cylinder around, and he's just like, he's so precise, you know. I don't know. I just found his whole style very different. Very interesting, and I've been watching him, like I said, for years, since he had like almost no subscribers. And I used to email him and tell him I liked his dancing. And he used to email back, thanks, man. So he's like really cool, down to earth guy. And he's blown up in success, and he deserves it. He's really talented, and he seems like a really good person. So let's go to the next channel. Joe Rogan. I like watching Joe Rogan because Joe Rogan has you watch like on one of those news channels, they'll have someone on for 5 minutes. You don't really get the gist of what they're trying to convey to you. But Joe Rogan, he'll talk to someone for hours. You get a better idea of their angle on something. And he'll also interview people that other people won't. If you've seen the episode with Alex Jones, that is one of the funniest few hours you could watch. So I'm not a big fan of Joe Rogan's stand-up comedy. I think he's more funny just being himself. His stand-up's a little vulgar. It's like the conservative twins that I showed you before. They're funny, but they get really vulgar sometimes. Like gross kind of, but you know, you don't have to be perfect for me to like you. Joe Rogan, he's a service to everybody with his I think he's leaving YouTube soon, which that sucks. He's going to I forget what it's called. Spotify maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not well versed in all things web. But yeah, Joe Rogan, everybody knows Joe Rogan, but I like watching JRE. So let's go to the next one. So I love playing basketball, and I can't play right now because I'm like I'm always in pain. But this guy is a famous street baller. So the king of street balling, his name was Hot Sauce, and I'm sure he's friends with the professor, and the professor and Bone Collector, who's also a street baller. Bone Collector and Professor are friends. They used to work together on some like basketball tours and stuff, representing different companies like And One and stuff like that. But they're fun to watch, and this guy also seems like a really cool, down to earth guy. There's some stuff he does I don't like. Like I think like to make it look like an ankle breaker. And sometimes he'll give someone a little shove and they fall down. I think that's lame. And throwing the ball at people's faces. Somebody's gonna hook off. I mean, you can't throw a basketball at somebody's face, man. That's just stupid. But all his other moves are good, but bouncing the ball off somebody's head. I mean, I wouldn't get mad if he did it to me and stuff like that. But I understand it's not everybody's like me. Not everybody's like me, and it's disrespectful. And yep, I like this channel. But I'll tell you the little things I don't like about it, like I just did. But yeah, it's a good channel if you like basketball, street ball, really. All right, next channel is called The Atheist Experience. Now, I'm not a believer, but I don't watch The Atheist Experience for like atheistic subject matter. There is no such thing as atheistic subject matter. There's nothing to discuss. There should be no such word as atheist. Nobody converts to being an atheist. Everyone starts off a non-theist. So the reason why I like watching the show, and this guy's name is Matt Dillahunty. He's like the main guy on the show, and he's a real asshole. But the beautiful thing is he knows he is, and he doesn't care. He's just very straightforward and blunt. But I like to watch the channel because I like to study people and see what they think. And a lot of the people that call in, they have all these zany, crazy beliefs, but they can't articulate it in a logical manner. So watching people or listening to people peddle their shit to him, or that they're trying to sell to everybody, that they proselytize to all their friends and their neighbors and stuff, it's just funny just to see where some people's heads at, the people out there that call in. You're like, damn, there's somebody out there who believes that. That's pretty sad. So that's why I find this channel really funny to watch. And also this guy, he does occasionally debates people and stuff, and those can be interesting sometimes. I don't know if you ever watched the Ken Ham versus Bill Nye debate. That was very funny too. But yeah, I like watching his channel just because there's sparring between the believers and people who need to be convinced to believe something that's so far-fetched. So that's why I watch that channel. All right, next. The next is another. Let me get more water. Look at this.
Son of a bitch.
Right, I'm not.
This guy's a movie. He does movie reviews, and he has his opinion on certain things. Looks like he has a Brie Larson video as well here. But he's really, really funny. He's got a funny accent to me, and he kind of, in his movie reviews, kind of like Plinkett reviews, he kind of plays a character when he's doing reviews. But he's really, really funny, and I agree with him a lot of stuff. He hates like virtue signaling as much as I do, and people just grandstanding. I hate that. I hate when people put themselves on a pedestal, like I think she's gonna do. But you know, hopefully I'm wrong. Maybe she'll be. I don't know. I don't know this person, Brie Larson in person. But yeah, a lot of famous people, man, they think they're the light. They're gonna lead dumb people to the light. But yeah, he good channel. All right, next. Just like JRE, this guy.
One of the things we talk about here at the Rubin Report is why it's so important to judge people as individuals and not as a collective.
That's why I watch his channel. He doesn't care. Like when Jordan Peterson first came to fame, people saying he's a white supremacist and all this stuff. Jordan Peterson's not a white supremacist. I don't even agree with Jordan Peterson on everything. But Jordan Peterson does have some stuff to offer. Like I said, you don't have to be perfect for me to like you. And on this guy's show, his name's Dave Rubin, he'll have people on his show he disagrees with. He'll have people on his show that he agrees with. And he speaks his mind. And he lets the people on his show speak their mind. And I don't know, it's a really, really good channel. I don't like that he splits his videos up into parts and stuff. I guess he does that to get more views or something like that. But I don't like that. But I usually don't watch those videos until the full video comes out. But yeah, I like this guy, Dave Rubin. He says things that need to be said. It's a good channel. All right, next is Tucker Gott. When I was really, I still am depressed a lot of the time, but when I was really, really depressed, man, this channel really helped me out a lot. This guy, I started watching his channel before he had a small amount of subscribers, but I somehow gravitated towards his channel because he was doing paramotor flights, and I'm scared of heights, but I still couldn't stop watching his videos. So his name's Tucker Gott, and he flies around in a paramotor, and he has all these crazy adventures with him and his girl Jacqueline. She's a paramotor pilot too. He taught her how to pilot a paramotor, and together they go on all these crazy adventures. And there's one video where he's flying through a airplane graveyard, and it was just so interesting. You get to see things and go places that you wouldn't otherwise see with his channel. So sometimes when I'm feeling down and stuff, I just watch one of his videos and disappear into the clouds with him. He has one video where he goes like 15,000 feet up. He's above the clouds. That would scare the hell out of me, but he did it. He seems like a really, really nice guy. And he's like, I don't know. I really like him and Jacqueline. They're really, really cool people. And I like watching the channel. All right. And the last one is, I found this one just, I don't know, it just showed up in the feed, and I watched one of his first videos. His name is
Hey, what do you hear what I say on my Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus, your sister's ass, the pony's breast? Very ticked off, Vicky. You know what ticks me off?
His name's Vic the Debitito. I don't know. Debiteto. I don't know. Some Italian last name. But he's at first it was hard. The first video that was like presented to me by YouTube, I watched it, and he spits while he's yelling, and it's hard to watch because I get grossed out easy. But like while I was listening to what he was saying, I was like, all right, this guy's making a lot of sense. Yeah, I like his channel because he speaks his mind, and especially when he rants on the government, he's right about a lot of things, and he's funny while doing it. And he does. He's been doing some of these COVID-19 freak out videos where he's worried about COVID-19 and he's like running around scared and stuff. And those videos are really, really funny. So yeah, I like watching his channel too. So you can check out his channel if you want to hear someone. I think he's a stand-up. Yeah, he's a stand-up comedian. You want to hear his perspective on things. You want to see him kind of Jericho Green style rail against the government about something, and he's usually right. So so those are some of the YouTube channels I like to watch, and why I watch them. And like I said, I'm sick. Talking a lot helps my throat feel a little bit better. I have all these esophageal problems. So I've just gave myself something to talk about for a while. But in the meantime, show you some websites and why I like them. Hopefully those websites get more viewers. I mean, more subscribers, more viewers. Because I think they're good people. I think they're entertaining. So hopefully you guys like some of those websites, and if anybody has any idea, hopefully some of my friends who are watching this will give me an idea what to talk about in a future video, because I don't really know what to talk about and stuff. But yeah. So I'll see you guys in a I'm gonna stop this now. I'll see you guys in another aimless video. So everybody have a good rest of your day. Maybe I'll do another video. Maybe I'll do a video when I'm doing one of my mandated walks again today. I don't know. See you later.